So in order to use our TeensyAudio wavetable object, you need to decode a sound font file to a format usable in our C++ code. So first you'll use the sound font decoder we have provided. Here is the sound font we're selecting right now. This has a lot of different instruments in it, and you can see all of the instruments listed here on the left when you open up a sound font file. So when you select an instrument, you can view all of the samples for that instrument that are within the sound font file. For this instance, we're going to select the trombone 3 instrument, and we're going to go ahead and decode all of the samples from that instrument. But you don't have to decode them all. You can just decode certain samples if you would like. And this is what the output looks like from the decoder. There's a bunch of sample information displayed, as well as this is the actual byte data for the sample itself. And within this sample data struct is a lot of different metadata pieces of information that are needed from our library's point of view in order to run and interpolate properly and do some fancy things with envelopes and that sort of thing. So we've decoded 7 samples here from this instrument. We're going to go ahead and load it up into Arduino using a test sketch that we have produced. So here's our test sketch. You see that we're including the decoded files here that were produced from our sound font decoder. We're also including our wavetable object that we produced. And here's an instantiation of just multiple wavetable objects. We're instantiating 10 of them. So basically you use one object to play one note at a time. So to set it up, you basically pass in that array of sample objects to the wavetable object itself, so it can reference the values and the actual raw data. So on node on, this is just a MIDI controller event that gets fired every time a MIDI note is entered, and then it says play note to an available wavetable object. As I mentioned before, only one note can be played on one wavetable object at a time, so basically a wavetable object acts as a voice. And we're looking to have in this sketch 10 different voices playing at once. So basically to mimic the ability of playing 10 different notes on a actual keyboard at one time, as if it's a piano. So what we have here is the Teensy connected up via USB to my PC, and I also have the line out from the Teensy going back into my audio interface into the PC as being recorded here in Audacity. And then I also have my MIDI keyboard input mapped directly to the Teensy's MIDI output. So you'll hear here in a second some notes being played directly from the keyboard to the Teensy.